In that case, I say hello, good evening, and welcome to Final Boss Fight. My name is Jeff, and tonight we are having what is supposed to be our final episode of Monster of the Week. I'm not quite sure. That sounds ominous. I'm not quite sure how final it's going to be, but I am joined by Stanza Scale, playing Euphariel, the biblically accurate Eyes, Rings, and Wings angel.
Be not afraid.
One-winged angel, playing the rather hungry zombie biters. Is it a zombie or a ghoul? What is it? Is it a zombie? Is it a ghoul? What's the official term for it?
Zombie.
But it's like half, isn't it? It's like
it's like half human, half zombie.
Because if you were completely zombie, then I don't think there'd be any having you in the group. You would just be eating people. But like you're somewhat human.
There's a little bit of human in there somewhere. And we also have Sarah as the conspiracy nut Grace.
Hi. I mean, she's not a nut. She's a realist. She knows what's going down.
She's a nut. she's a nut. And I'm playing Joe Lancer, the hard-boiled private investigator. And we have Dark Lord Richard as our keeper and running the game. And so, over to you, Richard, to take us away on this final episode of Monster of the Week.
Okay. So the last week's episode was very exciting. That started just after the two police officers had been killed by one had, and one had been sort of captured by biters and Euphariel. I'm sorry, you have to remind me of the name. Stanza. I feel I'm pronouncing this wrong.
I pronounce it Euphariel.
Euphariel. And they interrogated the police chief who tried to murder them, and found out that there was a demon in the town who'd made a deal with the people of the town some time ago, and this demon was still sort of around pulling the strings. And I think then they died, and I think biters ate a bit more of them.
It was tasty.
At which point they were sort of reunited with the other half, the sensible half of the team.
The human half of the team.
Yeah.
And which I think then the group set off. They got some rest. Stayed at a very nice motel. And
Which we can never go back to.
You never go back to, because in the morning, biters attacked a poor maid, who just
He was hungry.
It's not an excuse.
He was hungry.
That actually just caused a bit of a uproar, and they left. They left the motel in a hurry, pursued by the police, who they managed to lose in a car chase. The team then split up again, one to investigate the sewers where one murder victim had been found, and again it was Team Sensible and Team Inhuman. Team Sensible went to interview a journalist who'd been covering these murders, and Team Inhuman went to the sewer to try and find out what was going on, what happened down there. So they found out from the journalist much about like these murders, and then they also found out, because Grace knows whenever someone's lying to her, that this journalist was lying essentially just about everything, in the sense that there was a lot of facts there, but this was the person who was very much behind it all, involved in it. You guys left her, and I think then you found the other team found the direction of where the monster who had killed the person in the sewer went to, which was in the direction of the stadium. You went to the stadium, and you fought the invisible townsperson who'd been around for about 150 years, who'd been killing and sometimes eating people. And you killed them. The police turned up at one point, but then drove away, not wanting to have any part of any of that.
No, not getting involved with that. No, nothing to see here. No.
Like we're off our shift in 10 minutes. The next lot can deal with that. So yeah, you guys are a bit hurt. You've killed the sort of was like sub monster of this adventure.
The
We
dragon,
killed,
perhaps.
we killed a thing that had been directly responsible for the murders.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I mean, yeah, some of you might say job done, go home, but you're aware there's
We know
another
about the greater evil.
yes, the greater evil that needs to be dealt with. So some of you guys, I imagine, took some damage. You've all obviously also got your improvements. You've essentially leveled up, as it were. So Joe, what did you take?
I took what I like to call the Columbo move. Just one more thing, where if I'm interrogating the suspect, I can ask leading questions, such as, "Are you lying? What are you not telling us? Did you do this?" That sort of thing. Just like direct leading questions.
Okay. Eupharial?
And that's not.
Oh, sorry.
And that's on a charm roll, like it would be for like an investigate roll.
Yeah.
I took further from the wronged playbook, which basically it was like when you manipulate someone, you roll tough instead of charm.
I like that. Makes sense. Fighters?
So I took another monstrous move. Force Beast. So all my natural attacks get +1 harm. So Biter's teeth are getting extra strong.
Okay. Good to know. And Grace?
So I took sneaky. So when I attack from an ambush or from behind, I get an extra +2 harm.
Great. Very, very good improvements. So at the end of the last session, I think you said you were heading off to see the journalist editor, Miss Ellen Rustig, immediately.
Yes, that was. I think that's what we said. Do we need to go? Do we need to rest up? Does anybody need healing? Resting up?
I wouldn't mind a little bit of it.
I've got some harms. Would be good. Is there an equivalent of a short rest?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Eupharial is.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, you go.
Eupharial's a little injured, but is very keen to go immediately.
So how long would we need to rest up for?
I mean, technically, normally with once we are at the end of a mystery.
Right.
So you don't even get to heal up normally. It's just like, can you last until the end?
I think it unless you get some sort of healing done on you. Yeah, but obviously I said last time you slept. You had it. There was a break, and you. So I'm willing to say if you wanted to go back somewhere to another motel, you could have a rest, but that would be like 8 hours sleep.
Ooh.
And then you'd be back to full health.
Up to you
How
guys.
badly do we want to go straight away?
I mean, I think if everyone does that, I think Eupharial will probably try stake out / stalk Ellen Rustig.
Yeah, we don't want to give Miss Rustig any more time than we have to try and regroup, because she'll probably find out very quickly that her pet monster has been killed.
I mean, I'll be fine. Yeah. How bad you two are?
I'm not at all. I'm not at all. Apparently, I've got no.
No, I know you were fine.
I think
It was inhuman party. It's the problem, as always.
What
was that? Sorry, Robin, you're a bit quiet there.
Sorry.
You've gone.
You're still gone a bit there.
Fighters could continue on.
Fighters
Okay.
continue on. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Well, I'm going to push you guys for a decision on what it is you're going to do.
I say let's go.
I'm happy to carry on. Strike roll the iron.
Let's go.
No time to waste.
So I'm
But
assuming
remem-
you're
we can't go in there. We can't go in there guns blazing until we get until we get some like proof, because otherwise the police are going to be on us even more than what they are now.
Mhm.
So we go in there. We give her some. We question her. If she turns out to be, if she does like turn out betray herself or does confess to it, then we can start. Then we can start the big stuff. And also, I've got
Okay.
a cool new ability I want to try and use.
So you're going to pile in the station wagon and head to the newspaper offices.
Yes.
So yeah, you drive. I'm assuming you're keeping your eyes out for various police because you are wanted for various reasons at this point.
Well, we're keeping well within the speed limit, just like not trying to draw attention.
Hmm. And just for the purposes of plot and narrative, I'm going to say you managed to skip past the police because they would really be out in force looking for people right now. I mean, police chief's been murdered. That tends to get their attention. But yeah, you managed to slip past the police well enough, and you get to the office. Now it's getting on about like 6 o'clock at night. It is a newspaper, so there will ascend like there's always going to be somebody about. It might be like literally one journalist and then like the security guard or whatever, but it's never completely like shut up.
In which case, I would like to go into the reception and ask if Miss Rustig is still about. I do have some more questions for her.
Okay, it's a different guard this time. Not Mike. I think it was the last guard you spoke to, and he says, "I'm Miss Rustig is available right now. I'll give the office a call and see who's in." And he sort of presses some buttons and he goes, "Yeah, it's Jim. Yeah, okay, And one second. And what was your name, sir?"
I don't remember. I think I gave my proper name last time. My name's Joel. My name's Joel Lancer. We met before earlier on. We're in connection with a case I'm working on.
Okay.
She offered me to contact her if I needed anything else.
Now, I've just remembered you did have her card with her direct number on.
I did, yes.
Which, even if you don't want to call her, it might be worthwhile, like, going, here's the card she said to
I
get.
can't. I destroyed it.
Oh, you did, yeah.
But you noted down the number.
I wrote down the number and then I destroyed the card.
But the guy says, "Yeah, it's Joe Lancer. He met with Miss Rustig before." Okay, I'll tell him. Yes, Mr. Lancer. I believe Miss Rustig is out of the office just right now, but she is working tonight and will be back very shortly. And you are welcome to wait in her office.
That's very kind of you. I'll probably head out and grab a coffee while I'm waiting, if that's okay. What am I telling you? Of course, that's okay. So I say I'll come back. I'll come back in a short while.
Oh, okay. I'll let when Miss Rustig returns, I'll let her know that you came by.
Thank you very much, and I'd like to tip him $1 or something.
Oh, he takes it. So are you actually going to get a coffee, or you?
I think our Angel wants to say something.
Is an office not where one keeps items that might constitute evidence?
There is indeed, yes. I'm gonna. My plan is to phone Miss Rustig directly and see where she is. If you think you can get into the office without being seen.
Well, you were just invited into the office.
We were really, weren't we? Yeah.
Yes. So if I imagine you might have to go back and just say these are my compatriots, and then you would be let into the office. That wouldn't be a problem.
That's it. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. Yep.
Well, before we do that, can Gracie just have a scout round the building to see if there's like fire exits or anything like that?
Yeah, if you want to make a, what roll would this be?
Sharp?
Yeah, probably sharp. That's
That's a 10.
a 10. Right. I mean, it's a very modern, up to code building. So it has, fire exits appropriate for like the size and amount of people in the building. So yeah, fire exits and whatnot. Nothing you can't spot anything. There doesn't seem to be, from what you can see, like a secret escape tunnel or anything like that. But so a perfectly normal up to code building with fire exits and even aside from fire exits, like different ways out of the building.
Oh, so I've got an idea of where they are now, roughly from the outside, if I can keep my distance.
Yeah.
Perspective. Cool. Yep. Cool.
So you're all heading in?
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. Yep.
So you come back into the office and Jim sort of nods at Joe as he comes in and says, "Oh, are you wanting to be in the office?"
Yes, please. I think that.
Yeah,
Yeah. If that's not too much trouble.
Yeah, if you take the elevator to level 4, and then someone will meet you at the top and just take you to the office.
Thank you kindly, sir. And I do that, and we do that, I guess.
Yeah, the lift. There's a bit of elevator music as you go up, and wait, and then get to the top.
I'm very close to shooting this speaker where the music's coming out of.
And there's a
hums quite loudly to like cover it up, and then Joe walks obviously.
And there's a ping and the door's open, and there's what you're guessing is an intern waiting to meet you, and he says, "You must be here to see Miss Rustig, Jim." Yep, I'll show you to office, and you are taken to a nice office sort of thing you'd expect. There's a desk and chair and some filing cabinets and a 90s style computer as well as a typewriter. And there's about 4 chairs and there's also like a couch against one wall, so it's nice, and there's a couple of awards on the desk for journalism and some photographs and bits of art on the walls. Nice office. And the intern does ask if you want any coffee or tea or anything to drink.
Yeah.
Lots of snacks.
Coffee from me. And do you have any beef jerky for this one here?
I don't think we have any food that would be available. Milk. Okay.
I'm good, thanks.
Okay. And he wanders off to see to that. So
Can I eat that one?
No.
No. He's an innocent. Don't worry, you'll get your food soon.
I'm hungry.
He is not a snack.
I'm hungry and he looked tasty.
Now, remind me, do they have caller ID in this game?
Caller ID. I believe this was a thing that Americans certainly had in the 90s. It's mentioned in Scream. So that's
I definitely had caller ID in about 1998.
Okay. Okay. Do we have?
But you can often, I believe it was star 60 something or other. It's mentioned on Friends to just
141 in the US.
Yeah, and you can do things to like, well, I don't want people to know.
Yeah, I would do that. I would pick up the phone because I'm imagining there's a phone on her desk. Pick it up, put in the code to hide the ID and dial the number that she gave me.
Yeah. And you get a busy signal because you've just rang her number.
Well, that answers that question then. I guess we just have to wait. In which case, start turning over the office, I think.
Okay. If everyone who wants to do some investigating, make a sharp roll.
Investigate. That is a 10 for me.
10 from me.
That's a 5.
I get experience because that was a shit roll.
Okay. To Euphariel and Joe, you've done a very successful roll. Where would you like to look? Because there's a lot here. She's a journalist, you know. There's papers. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, it's a good question. Is it? I guess there's a filing cabinet.
Yep. There's 2 filing cabinets. Yeah.
I'm looking at filing cabinets for like dates that we know that these murders took place around, or dates.
Okay. The first filing cabinet you go to is locked, but it's a filing cabinet lock. It is not.
Not very big. It's not very. It's not very
It's
strong.
for show. If someone wanted
Yeah.
to get in there, it really wouldn't take much.
Okay.
And
Oh, you
biters bite open the lock.
Biters absolutely can bite open the lock. If
Problem
Joe wants to let him
solved.
do that, because Joe's the one at the filing cabinet.
Yeah, I'll turn around and say, biters, can you do anything with this lock?
You don't even have to roll because it's just fun. You bite through the lock. Yep.
It's like start looking through like for dates or for.
Okay. We'll use your roll because otherwise that seems very unfair. For the dates of the murders.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is mainly it's a lot of like admin to do with being like the boss. So it's less journalistic stuff, and there's more like, budget stuff, salary information, some stuff on like the building and what needs to be done for that. Nothing seems sinister or out of place or about the murders. It is mainly you'd say like this is a person who runs a business on some manner of organization.
Okay. Well,
Faria will be searching the desk for anything old.
Okay, so are you opening up drawers and whatnot? And
Yeah, yeah. How does a many wings and rings angel search a desk?
You as I said, you have some manner of whatever your physicality is. It allows you to do things that hands could do. So
Ring strings around a handle and pulls it out.
Yes. You pull open a drawer and you hear a click, and you look down, and there is a hand grenade in the drawer, where there was like a bit of string tied to the ring. That's not the right word, but the bit you pull out, which has now been pulled out. So that grenade is going to go off now, but you will get a chance to do something.
Throw it out the window?
Throw it out the window. Okay. Okay, you grab the grenade and you throw it out the window. If you make a tough roll.
Do we want to use luck on that? Do we reckon?
Oh no.
I mean,
I'm gonna use luck.
Okay. So you throw the grenade at the glass, and for a split second you think it's going to bounce off the glass because the glass is like double glazing, like it's quite a good glass. But with your angel strength and powers, it manages to smash through and explodes just outside the window. And you take 1 harm. This was the best outcome. you were
Oh.
taking harm no matter what, because this was a grenade that you, you know. So you take 1 harm.
That's like turn around and goes, what?
Yes.
No,
So
right. So
in a street, I mean, it is in the air because it didn't even hit the ground. A grenade had just gone off, and like your fellows have been a bit peppered with bits of broken glass and the shrapnel from a grenade. So there's bits of metal.
Well,
I
that's
mean, I don't know how that angel is peppered with anything because all rings, but
Well, I mean, there's eyes on the wings, rings,
Yes.
so maybe one of the shrapnel got one
Yeah.
of those.
But you
And so
you
this
all,
causes players to look up from chewing on the filing cabinet.
I mean, in all of this, Gracie had found like a random bit of paper and a message about fluorinizing.
so Sarah,
fluorination.
could you
Aye.
repeat that, please? Because you went a bit quiet there.
Yes, that's probably for the best because I couldn't remember how to say fluorination. Yeah, so Gracie has found like a random bit of paper. It's just a memo about something, but she thinks it's a secret message about fluorination of the water and what else they're putting in the water and all of this. So like she's totally oblivious. She's on her own little planet.
You're right, with that. You're saying you're oblivious to a grenade going off.
Oh no, I've realised it when the grenade went off, obviously,
Alright.
but like up until that bit,
Okay.
yeah, until that bit, like everyone else, Biters is chewing on the filing cabinet, all of that, like until the grenade went off, she was like, oh.
Joe, what did you make of that?
So I just run that one again. Sorry.
So a grenade's just gone off.
Yeah, I'm just thinking to
They were
myself.
taking a bit of damage, but nothing too much. The rest of you were fine, but perhaps a bit shaken because it's a grenade.
Yeah, I'm just thinking to myself. That's the police on their way.
Yeah.
Ifario's gonna try hurriedly empty out the desk because, like, okay, you don't trap something that's empty.
Okay, so you just grabbing everything you can from the desk.
Just like we're probably having to hurry now. Yeah. Just like,
Yeah, so you're just grabbing everything. And the door does burst open and the intern is there. Because he's a great intern who, when a grenade goes off in his boss's office, he's in there, you know. And he's like, what happened? Are they okay? And he's like, the windows shattered and,
Yeah.
you know, your glamour's not working quite as so well because you... like, and so you're not looking quite as normal as you normally do. And he's freaking out a bit. What do you say to this young intern? Or what do you do? I mean, you could, you know, whatever.
Someone left a grenade in this office.
it's like
a grenade. A grenade. A grenade. What? And at this point, the fire alarm goes off. And you know, so he goes. And he clearly, you don't need to roll this, thinks this is your doing because you came into the office like a minute later. It blew up. that seems, you know, that would. And he seems to stop. He's backing out of the room.
How does I say?
Charges at him and bites him.
It's okay. Make a tough roll.
Oh, where did this go wrong?
That is a 9.
A 9? You get your
Okay.
extra 2 for your teeth as well.
No, because that's on the damage.
Ah, right. Okay.
So yeah, you charge into him, tackle him, knock him down, and bite into wherever it is you want to bite.
The jugular.
The jugular, and that's harm. I mean, he's an intern, you know. It's not.
I was going to ask him if Miss Russig was coming back.
5 harm.
5 harm. Oh yeah, he's so dead. He's dead about
Oh dear.
3 times.
Yeah, I'm not absorbing that hit.
And Biters just looks up and says, "No witnesses."
Yeah, like they've got bloody pictures of you guys. The no witnesses thing is
I
that's
think I
long
just have
gone.
to leave town after this.
Yeah.
I'd believe that, Biters, but you have been going on about needing a snack.
Mm.
That's what it was about, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, are you leaving?
We're supposed to be waiting for the journalist. We're supposed to be waiting for Miss Rustic. Oh boy.
I think
I
the
guess.
police are gonna get here before
Yeah.
her.
Okay. Right.
I know
Let's
when
go.
I've worked in offices, if a grenade goes off in an office, normally that's the whole day sort of
To
cancelled.
be fair, does that happen
Has
often,
that
Richard?
happened often to you, Richard?
Yes, yes, it has.
Oh boy. Okay, so I suggest we leave as quickly as possible, mingle in with all the other employees, and wait around outside to see if we can spot Miss Rustic outside.
I mean, there were the only employees left in the building. There was the intern.
There was the intern.
There's the
There's not-
guard who's like on the ground floor, and you think it's not been clear, but like maybe like a janitor, or it's most people have left. You guys probably outnumber the people who are left.
Well, let's leave as quickly as possible and see if
Use one of the fire exits we found
Yeah.
before.
yes,
That's what they're
yes,
for. Yeah.
yes.
Fire alarm's going off. Yep. You burst through a fire exit and run down the fire exit. I'm assuming.
Yep. You
get to.
Myers has just taken a hand with him of the intern.
You get to the you reach like sort of street level, and you can hear sirens. Now, obviously, the fire alarm went off, so could be some firefighters, could be the police and firefighters.
I just want to find the journalist. How hard is it to find a journalist in this city?
Is there a handy dark alley we can lurk in?
Or sewer manhole.
I mean, you're in a dark alley right now, like coming off the fire exit.
Oh,
Myers has the hand.
we're not going anywhere until he's as much of that as he can.
At which point, Jim, security guard, doing his check of the building, finds the four of you standing like sort of beneath the fire exit, like the fire escape. His hand is on like the sort of gun by his side, and he's like, says, "What happened?"
We came out for a smoke.
And he draws his gun and says, "Okay, I want all of you to lie down until the police get here."
Oh boy.
I would like to try to speak to him.
Yeah, you can, of course, try and speak.
Like,
to him.
just like, okay, Josie. Your file does not seem to do deception, so here we go. Let's see how this goes. Oh yeah, remind me, has it been for the last 100 years that it's been going on for? Just wanna...
Longer, but I mean, not everyone knows that. Like the town's only been here since the 20s, so that would be like 70 years. But before that, there would have been stuff, but perhaps it just hasn't been recorded.
Okay.
For longer than this town's founding, the town has been subject to a wicked contract held by a demon. We are on the righteous crusade to hunt down this demon and rid your town of it forever. Now, if you would, let us go.
Now, are you trying to manipulate him? Because I know you said, did you take some way? This can be a tough role instead of a...
Yep.
Is that what you're going for here? Like...
Yep.
Okay,
yeah, I'm going for righteous fury.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, make a tough roll. But it's like sort of like intimidate or like awe him with your...
That's an 11.
11. He faints.
Just drop all the revelations on him and
Like, I don't know if
Is-
some of this in Dogma, the film, where they say like when God spoke to Adam, like the first 4 Adams exploded because they can't deal with like talking to God. Is it like there's nothing that works there? So I think it's something where it's like you went very angelic, and people just can't always deal with that. It's too much, and he just
he failed
collapses.
his sanity roll.
Yeah.
Myers looks up at Joe and says,
No,
"Food?
no,
No.
no, not this guy, not this guy.
No.
You've already eaten anyway.
Still hungry."
You had your snack.
Are you hanging around then, or are you fleeing?
I don't think we should linger.
Yeah, this is a good time to leave. I still like to try and keep an eye out to see if Miss Rustiger has decided to return or not.
Okay, so I'll say as you move into your car, if you want to make a sharp roll.
Everyone?
No, just Joe.
9.
No, okay. You look around and you can't see Ellen Rustig anywhere.
Well, we've lost her.
You all jump in the station wagon,
Yep.
and I'm assuming you're going to drive off because various authorities are on the way.
Yeah.
Are you leaving town? Or are you going to find another hotel/motel, or?
We don't have a good track record with motels, do we?
Maybe we should find somewhere to hole up in the wilderness, in sort of like the boonies.
Outside the town, yeah.
There is a trailer park outside of town.
Oh yeah.
Where you could like rent, a trailer for, however long you need it. So are you gonna head that way?
Yeah. Yeah, this trailer park seems dingy enough. We can hide out there for a bit.
Okay. When you're on the way, it won't be very long, but imagine Euphariel wants to look through the stuff they got from the desk. Now, you've already done your roll. It was a very good roll. So there's various bits of like again, business of a newspaper. You then find a set of 7 postcards. They're not the blank. No one's wrote anything on them, but this is exactly the same postcard that you received, which was your original tip about coming here. And you can see this was like a set that was sort of bound with a label, and it does say set of 12 postcards, and now there's only 7.
How many murders were there in the last year again?
In the last year there were 5 murders.
But 2 of them are at the same time. Do we have?
And most of those people were resident in the town.
Yeah, so it's not like she pulled people in here. Yeah, but it's definitely. So we're saying it's definitely her who wrote the postcard. We can actually prove that. We've got like samples of handwriting and our own postcard that she sent. That was sent to us.
You'd have to compare. You will have got samples of her handwriting on the desk if you want to.
Yeah.
If you want to compare.
I would like to compare just to be sure.
Well, you're driving right now.
I would like somebody else to compare just to be sure.
Can I compare and have a look at them?
Gracie can compare.
Do I need a
There'll
roll
be a-
sharp?
Yeah.
10.
10. They don't seem the same, but clearly the postcard's been written in this very
Affected?
Sorry?
Affected style?
Yeah, it's very plain. It's not like cursive. It's very blocky. You might have even wrote with like a stencil or something. But as you go through the rest of the papers, you find a list with 12, like a numbered list of 12, I'll say items. Okay. Some of them are crossed off. So crossed off are the North family, the Ancient Order of Protection, the Burners, and then there's whatever name your group goes by. I don't know, Team Sensible Inhumans. I don't know, but it might just be like your names if you don't have like a group name.
Or the station wagon.
The station wagon. Okay.
Yeah.
The station wagon, and there's sort of like a question mark next to that one.
Do we would any of the names of the other people, would they be known to us or familiar?
They sound like other hunters.
They do sound like other hunters.
I will say, yeah, just make a sharp roll, I think. Everyone can do that, even Joe who's driving, because I think you would be able to.
Yeah, he can
You know.
overhear.
No, he can think and drive. I'd like to think so.
8.
6.
So I heard at least 1 8 there.
Yeah, I was an 8 as well.
I got a 10.
Okay. Yeah, the people who rolled 8 and 10. Yeah, you've heard of all these, and they are indeed groups of hunters. And as you look down the list, you recognise some of the others as well.
Oh. Oh. So we don't have to go looking for her.
Right,
She'll
it's
probably
true.
come after us.
It's true.
She might come looking for us. She might come looking for us.
I want to send her one of these postcodes back to her office.
Okay.
I don't know what I want to send.
Missed.
Yes! Better luck next time.
As a slight tangent, I don't know if you know the story. Who was the sort of communist leader of, I think it was Serbia, and he was on bad terms with Stalin. So Stalin kept sending him sending assassins to kill him, and eventually he got so frustrated he wrote one back. He wrote a letter back saying, "Stop sending assassins to kill me. You sent 4; they've all failed. Next time I'm going to send you one, and I'll only need to send one."
Guys, I'm an actually decent assassin.
So you're saying, was that Mist?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see you've got a stamp, and you can find a post box easy enough. You also find, Fariel, a lot of blank contracts, as in names aren't filled in and that sort of thing. But even just glancing at them, these aren't typical contracts. These might be the sort of thing a demon would use. It took this talk of souls and damnation and hellfire, and it's not just party 1 will promise to pay the party 2. It's very demonic in nature.
Were infernal contracts what we were searching for, Joe?
They would work as evidence. I think that's enough for me. We need to find this person and put them out of business.
Yes.
So at this point, you arrive at the trailer park. Quite easily enough, rent a trailer. And are you just having a sit in there while you think about your next move?
I think just sitting there, getting ready for a fight, like making sure the gun's clean, making sure everything's loaded.
Titus is sharpening his teeth.
Let's get down to business, montage.
Euphariel, whilst you are sitting, or it's part of your montage, you are your vision sort of changes. It goes to a bright yellow, bright sort of whitish yellow light, Varial, and you understand this is when you're being contacted by the sun, and the sun says, I don't have a filter. The demon escaped you. I made it very clear you were to catch the demon.
There have been obstacles which we have been working.
Sorry, my throat.
Have a moment, don't
Which we have been working to overcome.
You chose to kill the townsperson rather than, but which means the invisible monster, rather than go directly after the demon.
I'm not sure Euphorial has a good answer for that.
The lives of a handful of people in California are nothing compared to the damage done by this demon.
I understand.
There may be a price to pay for this at some point. Understand you are my instrument on Earth. Also, you are righteous, but continue to associate with a creature that is not righteous and killed Dale Madison, as was the intern's name, who was a complete innocent. This does not sit well with me, the son.
What must be done?
Don't let any more innocent people die at the hands of one of your party members. And I'm not too cool with cannibalism in general. I'm gonna.
Okay, as long as you're not telling me to initiate PvP.
No. So and also remember your goal, your true mission, and then your vision returns back to normal. Yep. So you're having your prep montage. And you're sitting in your trailer, like everyone's keyed up and waiting, and nothing's happening. Just a quiet trailer night.
When do we hunt?
At first light.
Are you wanting to actually sleep and rest?
Yes, but I'd like someone to keep watch.
Euphorial is very much wanting to go now.
Well, I mean, going now is perhaps an option, but go where?
We don't have any other locations for her. The only location we had was the newspaper office, and that's kind of been blown up.
We could always go to the library tomorrow and see if we could find her home address, something like that. It's that will set a trap for her.
No, remember, it is the 90s, right?
How can you be
As you know from many a 90s film, or indeed before, there is a way people would track down people's addresses in the 90s.
Yeah, I was thinking a phone book.
Phone book.
Phone book.
That's why I was saying go to the library.
Yeah, well, they don't just have libraries and phone books. They're all over the place.
In
Like,
phone
there's a
in phone booths.
payphone. There's a phone booth, yeah, payphone at the trailer park. Often they would have
Be a phone book
books
there, yeah.
in the phone booth.
Like that never happened in any of the phone booths near us.
Well, we didn't do that, but in America, that's always what they're doing.
Yeah.
The Terminator gets Sarah Connor.
That's true, actually. Yeah, Terminator goes to a phone booth,
Yeah.
marks out all the Sarah Connors.
Yeah.
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 I've forgotten about that. All right, cool. Well, we'll go to that phone booth then.
Fighters will join you.
So you go to the phone. I mean, you all going to go? Because I'm assuming you probably want to go because this is.
Marcus.
And then if the three of them are going, I don't know if you might go. Joe would be left.
He's sitting there on his own, polishing his gun.
So yep, you go to the phone booth. There's some shady character there making a phone call. You can only assume is about drugs or other crimes. But when he sees you lot turn up, he sort of ends his call very quickly and departs. Yep. So you've got the phone book.
I'm just looking at him. Nice night for it.
He doesn't say anything. He just carries on.
I'm keeping a bunch of eyes on biters.
Fighters is looking very innocent.
So Gracie, I mean, I'm not going to make you roll to see if you know the alphabet. So, are you looking up?
I am.
Okay. Yep. There is an E. Rustig listed, who lives at 249 Maple Systems Drive.
Is there an A to Z in the phone booth as well?
Is there what? Sorry.
An A to Z.
What, like maps? I mean,
Yeah.
how big do you think the phone book is?
Well, I don't know. We've just established that
Just
phone
true.
booths have them. It could be a special
No.
one.
But it's not going to be too difficult for you to find. I mean, certainly they do have A to Zs in this town. You may have picked one up at some point, so you can find where this street is.
Right, guys, so we're going. Anyone got any more prep they want to do?
Let's go.
Fighters just starts gnashing his teeth.
To the hunt.
So you all get in the very cool station wagon, and
we got to power walk to the station wagon first.
yeah, power dramatic music playing. You power walk to the station wagon, get in, start driving again.
Fighters is gnawing on his chair.
The sun is okay with chairs. The sun, they'll look the other way on chairs.
The leather is long dead already.
Yeah.
The interdimensional beast that is that looks happily on this.
Yes, we did establish Zask was existed in all dimensions, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's from another campaign I run, Jeff, where it was established that Zask, Sarah's orc character who doesn't like chairs, exists in every timeline, in every universe, in every reality that there is. Yep, yeah, you get to Maple Systems Drive, which I believe is Hank Scorpio's. It's in The Simpsons, it's addressing The Simpsons that I've and you pull up and it's a very nice sort of suburban street, nice big house. There are some lights on downstairs. It is, I'm gonna say it's getting like 10, 11 at night. So what do you want to do?
Let's go up and just like knock on the door, I guess.
Right, so Joe's going and knocking on the door. Does anyone have a suicidal course of action that they want to do? That is not just going up to the door.
I'm gonna check for other exits.
Yeah, Gracie's going to engage in her normal plan of finding the back door and trying to sneak in that way.
I will hold off on knocking on the front door until this has been done.
So this is like proper white picket fence, territory here. So you can, there's a lot of space, so you can quite easily see around the back of the house. And yep, there's a back door. If you want to make a sharp roll, Gracie, I'll tell you like if there's any other relevant details.
I mean-
Watch out for grenades.
Yeah, I mean, you say suicidal. I can't die until the case is over.
6, Richard.
6.
You
No.
have luck if you wish.
Oh, I do have luck. Yes, can I use point?
Yeah, you can use a
Make
point of
it
luck.
well.
Yeah, there's a back door. There's windows. There is like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a skylight window at the top, as if there's like a loft. That's about it. That was a terrible use of luck because it's just a house. Let's hope you don't need any luck. I know you got one left, but let's hope you don't need any more coming up.
He might have had a secret passageway.
Yeah. Just on mine, maybe you didn't roll well enough.
I mean, who would suspect? Who would suspect
I mean,
an
it's a
unassuming
12 plus
editor?
When you
Maybe her tunnel's a special tunnel that would
more
require
special than a 12 plus.
more special than.
No,
Sorry,
I'm being punished for using my luck badly. It's fine.
Joe, what were you saying there?
No, I was just gonna say once they've finished, I'm just going to go and knock the door because what reason has she got to suspect us? What is this?
Players will follow you up to the door.
She very clearly invited us. She knows what our deal.
So we've got one team going to the door. The other team, you both seem to be seeing you were heading around the back.
I know my intention with looking around, looking for other entrances was initially to make sure she doesn't escape, basically. But now it's to protect Gracie in case of grenades.
Okay. So right now you're sort of like staking out the back door, either to stop her escaping, or I'm assuming potentially, rush in. Like if you heard gunfire or screams, you might.
Yeah.
If there's motion, a loud noise.
So you knock on the door, and you can sort of hear like as if someone's moving inside, and the door opens, and it is a man in his mid-40s, looks fairly typical. He goes, "Oh yes, sir. Can I help you?"
Yeah, is Miss Ellen Rustig at home, please?
Oh yes, that's my wife. Yes. It's about she starts back. Ellen, there's someone here to see you. And you sort of where you are, you can see like a line through into like the kitchen, and a head sort of pops like sort of through the kitchen doorway, and says, "Oh, Joe, yes, I'll just give me 1 second. I'll just turn the oven off." And she goes back and she turns the oven off, and she starts walking along, and she's got like an apron on as if she's been baking. And then sort of walks up to you and says, "Oh, yes, Joe." And she says, to her husband, she says, "Peter, if you just want to go to the den." And he just wanders off, doesn't say bye or anything, just goes. And then she says, "Yes, Joe. Unusual coming to my home, but
Well, I'm sure you understand. We heard there was an incident at your office earlier on, and just wanted to make sure that you weren't involved in it.
I wasn't involved in it. You were involved in it. I have been informed about this."
Of course. Just wanted to ask you another question. Just one more thing. From our conversation earlier on.
Do you want to come inside?
I'm sure that won't be that necessary. We could do I want to go inside? That's a really but Right.
Gracie, you can see Euphariel vibrating.
Yeah.
I suppose the answer's got to be yes. Then really, answered. My companion here is my associate here as well.
Oh, this is a different associate, of course, not the person you were with earlier.
Oh no, I have many contacts in this city. Is it all right if we both come inside?
Yes, of course.
I'm not going in without some big teeth behind me.
She leads you into like a comfortable. Don't like exactly have living rooms exactly, but it's a
Yeah.
couch, table. I think she says, "Do you need anything to eat or drink or anything?"
No,
Please.
thank you. You've already eaten.
And she looks to Biters and says, "What would you like? I have extensive kitchen.
Meat.
Meat, duck, fish,
Human.
human." And she sort of nods and goes, "Yeah, I can do human."
Wait, what?
then
Is that the
sort
signal?
of
Is that the signal?
wanders back to into the kitchen. She goes, "Oh, actually, I'm afraid we're all out of human."
Oh.
Meat.
Maybe we can discuss. We can get down to business first, and then.
Oh yeah. I want to use my just one more thing ability.
Yes, you were saying yes. So, if you
That's
could.
Roll charm. Ooh. So it says on a miss, because I just got a 6, which means I can actually get an experience point for that. On a miss, I can get a question, but something bad will happen.
Okay. Yeah. Ask your question. And I'm assuming you get an honest answer to this.
Yeah. So spend your hold to ask questions on this list. Miss Rustic. Sorry.
I thought you said you didn't need to roll charm for this, but I'm guessing you rolled sharp instead or something.
Oh, it's charm. I missed anyway for charm. Yeah, it wasn't. I got a 5 on charm, so doesn't. I missed it anyway, so yeah. So
okay.
I get a question, but something bad happens. Did you commit this? I'm going to say, did you commit this specific crime? But it's going to be like phrase like
You don't. It doesn't have to be word for
Yeah.
word. That.
Yeah. It's basically like I know you're the one behind this.
Yes. Well, I thought from our last meeting it was rather obvious. Yes. My name is Miss Ellen Rustig. But when I first arrived, not even in West Home, I had a different name then. I was known as Mr. Quiet. And yes, I orchestrated a deal which protected the town. I kept my side of the bargain. And I sort of stayed in town just to oversee things. And
how's that gone? What's left of your town?
oh, I believe you killed the last of those people, but I also have various new deals in West Home now. And I've also, as you may know, I think it's a bit late now to be keeping secrets. I like chaos is my thing, and what happened with the residents of the town when I first made the deal, that caused an awful lot of chaos. A lot of people died. They killed people and ate them, and went on for 130 odd years now, I think. So that's quite successful. So I like chaos, and that's sort of where I've been getting with my deals. And also, we like to have a few sacrifices every now and then. It's not 100% needed for the deal, but it happens for the murders. But even that got a bit boring. And so I upped it a little bit I started inviting groups such as yours to the town. They would investigate, they would kill some people, they might get killed. All else fails, I killed them. But that was a bit more of an interesting sacrifice and an interesting move. I don't know anyone ever got this far before, so congratulations to you for getting this far. The North family, very bad. They died very quickly. But yes, but well done. Now, Mr. Lancer, I believe you have a gun. Is that correct?
It's like no point hiding it. It's like draw it out.
Yes. Could I see it?
You can see it right
And
here. It's in my hand.
You feel a strange compulsion
Oh,
to
dear.
put your gun down on the table. This is the bad thing that has
Yeah.
happened from your question. And you put the gun down on the table,
Mm-hmm.
and she picks it up and she sort of takes it, and it just seems to it's gone, like sort of like sleight of hand, but probably more magical in nature. But because that seems a bit fair now, because I don't actually believe in handguns. I think it's I think they've done a lot of harm to America.
That's interesting. My friend here also doesn't believe in handguns.
Yes, and what was your name?
More of a description than a name.
Okay, Biters, you said you were hungry. How would you like to have as much meat that an endless supply? You'd never ever run out.
Can we hear this out the back?
Probably not.
Wouldn't have thought so unless she's shouting. That would seem a.
Can we see anything?
Make a sharp roll. We'll say like the curtains are drawn. It is late, but Gracie, if you want to make it, you can make a sharp roll as well.
That's a 9.
8.
What's in the room with us?
1 second, Joe. I'll just deal with what they say. Yeah, you basically like the curtains aren't completely, and you caught some fleeting glimpses of movement, and you saw like Joe's hat at one point sort of flip past the window. So you would assume Joe and Biders are in there, and it's been a few seconds. Say a few seconds. That time that passed just then, but no screams, no gunfire. So there was no sort of agreed upon plan. So I suppose what I'm saying is, in essence, if one of you were to go, oh, I want to kick the door in and go in, you can by all means do that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Stanza.
Euphariel, you go, and then I'll check.
I was literally thinking if Gracie doesn't say anything, I think Euphariel's just lost patience at this point.
So Gracie wants to do something a little bit more subtle, so she's just going to try and open the door quietly rather than like smash it open, kick the door down type thing.
1 second, Gracie. Joe, you were saying you.
I was going to ask what else is in the room while the attention is now on Biters. What else is on the room?
Table, chairs, bookcase full of books. An end table, various. It is like a living room. It's a lamp.
Fireplace.
Yeah, fireplace.
Is it lit?
No, it's not lit.
I don't.
When you look at it, you actually realize it's those fake logs.
Oh, okay.
So you suspect it might not even like it's not actual fire that's going to light up there. It's like a.
In which case, windows. What's the window situation like? Is there windows facing forward? Windows facing
back?
There's
a big window.
You just said they've seen it outside.
Yeah, but that was. I mean, I haven't planned out the house exactly. That was
okay. Yeah.
To say that, but yeah, there's a big window, sort of behind your backs, as it were, that would lead out onto the street.
In which case, which would be the heaviest item I have? Probably. Well, the laptop's a bit unwieldy. Probably the film camera. Just gonna hurl the film camera out the window.
At the window.
Yeah.
Is the idea to make a noise?
The idea is to make a noise and try and smash it through if I can.
Okay. Is it as in to alert your?
To attract attention, yeah.
Yes. Gracie, how are you proposing to open the door? Because it is locked.
Got anything to pick a lock, but I suppose
You can say like, I've got a hairpin or whatever it is. Women have.
that, and then failing that, a credit card.
Okay. Make a cool roll. Five. No.
Sure.
Eupharia, you seem like you want to be. Are you like it's go time? Are you like?
Now for the direct approach.
Are you gonna try and like force your way in?
Yep.
Okay, if you can roll kick some ass. 'Cause
Yeah.
if this works well, Joe, I'll say you didn't need to do that because you'll see them or hear them coming.
Oh yeah. Okay. That is a 13.
Jeez. Right, so you walk up to the door and like you put your hand out. Some might say you haven't even touched it, and the door just like sort of explodes inwards, like with what presume like angelic divine fury. So Biters and Joe, you absolutely hear this door like explode into the building, and would only assume this is your friends coming in.
Buyers would just kind of look at round and say,
Tempting offer. Was told could eat you.
Yeah.
good
Was
for
that-
Ellen.
So did you say you were going to attack then, Biters, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, make a math roll.
That is it's just a tough roll, that isn't it?
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
That's a 9.
A 9. Okay. All right. Yep. You pounce on Ellen Rustig, and you bite her. Is it?
Yep. I bite it.
Okay.
That is 5 harm, and I ignore any armor.
Right. You do 2 harm. And
Okay.
you take 1 harm.
I'm
you
going
really-
to use my immortal thing. Whenever I suffer 1 harm, you suffer 1 harm less. So I suffer
Oh, well,
no harm.
Yeah, you don't really want to be drinking her blood, is what I'll say. At which point, Ellen Rustig looks at Biters as he's on her, and sort of seems to stare at you, at which point you are propelled backwards with some sort of telekinetic force. Take 4 harm.
To reduce that 3.
Okay.
Try and use my unquenchable vitality.
We're not done though. If you could roll a d6, Robin.
We need the angel in here right now.
4.
I'm coming.
4. Right. You hit the wall
Yeah.
and take another I'll say a point of damage, and I'm going to be horrible here and say you've used that's one attack, and you've used your fancy thing, to reduce that by 1. So that's done from the stats. You take that 1 harm, unless you've got something else.
Like
I'm
luck.
going to use my unquantifiable value.
I think that's the one you already used, isn't it? Though.
Yeah.
No, I use the immortal.
Sorry, Robin.
I use the immortal.
I'd say you could use the luck point and just avoid all harm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll use my luck point. Can I do that to avoid the big harm?
Yes.
So that would.
Well, I'm going to say you take the 1.
Richard wants his 1.
That's what's happening. Okay. Now, as remember, with Monsters of the Week, there isn't very strict initiative orders, but we try to take it, turn by turn, because that seems fair. And I'll say, like, the 2 people rushed in, you can attack this turn if you want to. It's not just going to be a question of, like, you run in and, that's your whole turn, like, running. So, who wants to go next? So, Joe, you've just seen biters fly into the wall. Surprisingly taking very little harm. But, Are you wanting to go, Euphrasia? Because you seem like you've got a plan. You seem eager to go.
My plan is to I come in, so like the trench coat falls off again, and so and the rings blaze with holy fire as Euphorial charges at the demon.
Okay, and what are you wanting to do?
I wanted to kick some ass.
Okay, so this with your whip, is this what you've got, like your?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. Make a roll.
That is 11.
11 will absolutely hit.
Yeah, and on 10 plus. Okay, so advantage, inflict terrible harm, or suffer less harm. Let's go for terrible harm. I'm feeling destructive today.
So
this is holy damage, by the way.
Yep. No. How much harm is that?
3.
3. Okay.
Okay, it's 4. 4 with the terrible harm.
Yes. Like your total's 4. Right. Okay, that's good to know. Okay. Is anyone ready? I know, Joe, you were thinking of something.
Do I see my gun at all? Do I see my gun at all, or is that just gone?
No.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to, because I have I've just seen I have a liquor bottle. I am going to take the liquor bottle and try and throw my alcohol, whatever the alcohol is, over the creature.
Okay. Make a tough roll.
That is an 8.
An 8. Yep. She's covered in beer. Liquor. She does not look happy about this.
Cool. I don't have a lighter, so I can't follow up on that. I'm hoping that someone else has seen what's just happened and gets the hint of what to do.
Yeah. You mean you could shout out?
Yeah. Set her on fire.
And she sort of standing there and she goes, This is designer stuff,
Burn the place down.
She will then dash forward and will strike Joe because she really didn't like that.
She was more offended by the beer than the angel.
Yep. And just strikes you across the face, and it's like a hand, but you do feel some sort of like weird strength and maybe like claws.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That she's got a weird physical. It does 2 harm to you.
Okay, that's 2 harm off. Yeah.
Okay, Gracie, you be the one who hasn't went.
Yeah. So hopefully she's going to be suitably enough distracted from everyone else that I can try and shoot her in the back.
What is your? If you just read that ability again about this, just to see if there's any like.
Yeah, so when you attack from ambush or from behind, inflict +2 harm.
Ambush. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, for God's sake, 6.
Oh,
6
no.
would not hit.
I don't suppose I can help by sort of like just intensifying so like my spinning to try to distract her.
No, because I think help
Okay.
is a thing you say on your turn that you will help. So 6. So I just want to check what happens on a 6.
Bad things.
We win.
Gracie gets XP.
You fire, and the bullet just stops, like behind her head in midair, and her head snaps round, like a body hasn't moved, but it's like an owl or something weird, where it's like clearly like if this was a person, she's just broken her neck. But she looks at you, and the bullet flies back and hits you, doing whatever harm you would have done, including your
no.
bonus harm, because you did not expect this.
Cool. I'm unstable.
Remember luck, everyone.
Yep. I mean, absolutely, you all still have luck, but you know there might be like unstable's not good, but there is worse potentially.
Yeah, that's why I'm not.
At which point, because it is now Ellen's go, she runs at the wall and just it's like she goes through it, and she's left this room. She hasn't went outside the house, but she's no longer in this room.
Okay.
Try to find the nearest door to whatever would be that way.
I mean, it's there's not really a door. It is like sort of a bit open plan, but she didn't have to sort of navigate herself around any of you people. She just went straight through the wall.
What is that way then?
You think that'll be the staircase upstairs? Like she'd have ran to like sort of the land, like the entry bit of the house, but that's where the stairs would be as well.
Okay, up the stairs.
Okay, so you all start running. Is that what everyone's doing? Because I don't want to assume.
Yeah, fires.
Yeah.
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 So
Absolutely.
you all storm upstairs. Who sound that you fair will be at the front because you seem to be the one most, you know.
No trench coat. No trench coat.
As you reach the top of the stairs, you step on something and feel something move beneath your foot.
Or I float into a tripwire, maybe.
You've essentially done that, yes. I know you don't have feet, but this otherwise seems, you know, your mass has set this off, and it appears to be a landmine beneath you. Now,
who puts landmines in their house?
A person who can run through walls, and perhaps suspected you were coming to her house.
You don't have to be.
So yeah, you all, because this is a landmine, this is what it does, need to make some manner of move to lessen the impact, or if you rolled very well, perhaps miss it entirely.
This would
But
be
there is a possibility, like, that you will take some damage no matter what you do.
I was going to say, can Betas try and dodge out the way of the explosion?
dive off it. Yeah.
Yep. So is that two people saying they were sort of like diving off the stairs type sort of
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have a look.
Maybe try spin to disperse the shrapnel or something to lessen the damage.
Okay. If you make a cool roll, because I think this is like how quickly you can react to this terrible situation.
Ooh.
All of us?
No, just the two who've dived off the.
Okay.
7.
8.
Okay. Now, on an act under pressure for cool, you need 10 to achieve what you wanted to do.
Oh.
But that's still an 8 is still a good roll. Well, no, actually, no. Yeah, I'm going to say you needed to roll a 10. But you do both have luck if you do want to take that. This is, a military grade.
Yeah. So how much
kit.
harm is it? How much harm is it doing?
What? For you guys, you would take right now. You're taking the full harm from this.
on a completely arbitrary scale of say 0 to 7.
You would take 4 harm.
Oh, yeah, using luck on that, definitely.
Okay, so you take no harm from that because you dove over the banister, hit the ground, but you don't take any harm off that. Gracie?
I'm trying to hide behind you for your. But behind Stanza.
Oh, we'll have to see what they're doing. What are you doing, Ethereal?
I mean, my idea was to try spin to try disperse the force of the blast. Does that make any sense? Yeah.
Like because you're made of rings.
Yeah. How fast can I spin?
Oh. I mean. Make an act under pressure roll, and we'll see what you get. And I'm going to make a special judgment. Or I'm going to say right now, if you want, you can use a point of luck. But if you roll, you're not going to use a point of luck because this is really out there. So do you see what I'm saying? It's like you can use a point of luck, and you've done it. It's worked for you anyway. Sorry.
I kind of want to see what the dice say.
Oh well, that's very noble.
I'm dead.
What did you? What did you roll?
5.
5.
Oh no.
Yeah, you take 4 damage.
All right, I am past the not okay threshold.
So was it you're on right now? How many harm?
5. Wait.
5.
How many? You said that was 4, so that means I'm at 5.
Yeah. That. But like in total, you're on 5.
Wait. What about my armor? What does my armor do? Does my armor affect this?
You have armor that takes off points of damage. So if you got like plus 1 armor, that takes armor, 1 off. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you don't take 3 then.
Okay. Yeah, I'm at 4 harm.
Your 4 harm. That is like the beginning of the bad. What was it? Was it plus 4?
I'm pretty sure it is, since there's a little gap between the 3 and the 4.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep. So this is where like you're injured, and if you didn't get any help, that will be bad. Just a quick check. Yeah, are serious and unstable, and they will get worse unless treated. Mark the unstable box. Okay. There's a thing about now I should have checked before. Uh, Okay. On one or more harm, and I haven't done this all before, so you guys have sort of benefited from this. You take falling down. You take a -1 ongoing, which be a -1 to every roll, going essentially for the rest of the mystery. You pass out or you feel intense pain. So I can make a roll for that, or I don't have. Do you have a D8, Ellen, by any chance?
I do.
If you
Let's
could
make it the
roll,
spell one, I guess.
you make roll a D8.
7.
Okay, you feel intense pain. So I want to say what that means mechanically is you're going to be essentially out of it for what would be like the next round. Like you're going to miss a turn. I say it's not strict initiative order, but like, you're going to miss a bit of your go. Okay?
Just celestial screaming.
Yes. The house is shaking and cats and dogs across the city are not happy at all.
Mhm.
Chase is not happy either.
No,
Because that's how powerful it is. It's got through.
both of the dogs are cowering now. I bet
Um,
Maya is as well.
Okay, Gracie. Gracie, if you make a cool roll, because the person you hid behind just took this full on.
And is now screaming.
What did you roll? Sorry,
8.
8. That won't be enough because you need a 10. On
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use luck for it.
Okay. So you. This is part of the reason why it went so bad for you. Gracie just goes like, and almost pulls you in front. And you just you take it all, and Gracie is completely unharmed by it. Okay. Which
I've passed the because I'm on 5 harm as well. Did you want me to roll anything or?
I suppose I should. Yes. So if you roll a D8.
Looking for that. So I've automatically failed.
So what was that?
I said I'm
Oh yeah.
the one that's going to be kind to me.
Oh.
I automatically failed. 7.
A 7. Yeah, you take intense pain as well. I'll say being that close to Uriel was not good when she's in that much pain. And now you're screaming as well, but your screams are a lot more like emo, goth, drama screams. Right. Ellen's gonna go now because I think it's not you, Ellen. Evil Ellen. Evil Ellen is gonna go and she drops down onto Gracie and says, I could tell you everything. You could know everything. Every conspiracy, every lie, everything. Who shot JFK? Why the Titanic really sank? The iceberg was framed. Everything.
But why should I believe you?
I make deals. It's what I do.
I have no reason.
You make, like, you knowing this will cause an awful lot of chaos. and I'm all about chaos.
That's fine, but you've been part of the cover-up for years.
Who better to get it from? If you make a sharp roll, this is just to see if you believe her, because I was saying she is being honest, but you wouldn't know that.
At 9.
9. You're very, very sure she's telling the truth, and you sort of know that demon deals. You might have to be careful about the fine print, but they do make deals and they do keep deals.
What do you want from me?
I don't know, if you wait outside for 10 minutes and not get involved, and
your soul?
I didn't ask for a soul.
So
This is entirely.
let me get this straight. You are going to tell me all about this everything because it causes chaos.
Well,
But you want me?
Not this, not what's going on here, but
No, but all of these theories I've spent my life looking at. But the cost of that is that I can't help my friends.
Yes, and are they really your friends?
They say to me talk about my theories all day. That's quite special.
So I mean, it's entirely up to you. This is Keeper speaking. Like, there's no role or anything. Like,
I don't know what to do. Yeah, Gracie's gonna go and wait outside for 10 minutes.
So you just find yourself outside. Like, there was no movement. You're next to the car. Right then. Who wants to go next out of Joe or Biters?
Biters would probably shove Euphariel out the way and charge. Thank you. After Ellen.
Well, they're on the stairs right now, so Euphariel's actually further upstairs than they are. They sort of came, so like you don't have to get past Euphariel, but yeah, to charge up. Yep. What do you want to do?
Chomp chomp.
Okay, make your chomp roll.
That's not good. That is a 5.
It's all going wrong now.
Okay. You sort of leap into the air and are frozen, like in your leap, and then you are propelled backwards. You go out through the front door, which wasn't open because they didn't need to use a door. They were sort of magicked out. So you're going to take 4 damage for the telekinesis attack.
Yeah.
And then if you roll a d6, this is to see what happens when you smash through the door. Okay. So you just go through the door. That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, you take 4 damage. But I know you've got.
To use my immortal thing to reduce that to 3.
Yep.
Which is cool attempt to heal.
Can you do them? Can you do these multiple things
when you've taken harm and whenever you suffer harm?
Yeah, well, yeah, go for it.
So this is probably going to either make or break me. Come on, roll high. Roll high.
Can this go badly? Like,
yes, it can go badly. Yeah, that's a miss, so I take 1 extra harm, and that is me dying.
Oh no.
Yep. Okay. So
and I don't have any luck.
It
was a gamble.
Was.
So what actual number are you on?
I'm on 7 out of 7.
Oh, right. So that's dying.
Yes.
I'm just going to double check something.
Situation.
Very tense.
Yeah, I think you're out of it. If you've hit every box on your thing. Yep. Okay. So obviously, like, you're sort of bleeding out or whatever it is zombies do, but effectively you're not going to be taking part in this fight
I'm
anymore.
unconscious until told otherwise.
Yep. Okay. Joe.
Now that I've managed to basically run up at the bottom of the stairs after leaping over them to avoid that landmine blast, I would like to read a bad situation.
Okay. So I think that's
a sharp roll plus sharp.
Sharp roll, yep.
I'm going to spend a luck on that and make that a 12. That was a 6. That's my other point of luck. Make that into a 12.
You can ask me anything you want.
How do we defeat this thing?
Well, it takes damage when you fight it. You would need to properly kill it. It would need to take holy damage, which it has. So it essentially right now it's a question of like keep attacking it until it dies.
Okay.
Because you've done holy damage to it, it's sort of like that is going to affect it.
So I'm
sorry.
So I was going to basically just have to like shout out to Euphariel, keep hitting it.
There would have been the option perhaps like to banish it or like send it back to hell using like sort of spells, but you guys seemed more keen on the kicking doors in and
Joe wouldn't be big on spells. I was thinking about it, but I've got a -1 on weird, so I didn't think it was going to.
I mean, you'd have to do some research and get some stuff. It wouldn't.
Yep.
Right. So it is Ellen's go as an evil Ellen. Seeing Joe, did you come up onto the stairs or did you stay where you were?
I'm kind of staying where I am, really.
Oh well, Euphariel's right next to her. So let's have a look. Yeah, she is going to punch Euphariel basically. And because you're really out of it with your pain, it's just gonna hit. So take 2 harm.
Okay, and that goes to 1 with the armor, I assume?
Yes. Yep. That's always there. That's like, it's not deplenished or anything. It just
Yep.
Okay. So Biters is down. Gracie, you saw Biters like fly through the door and landed not far from you. But I'm assuming you're just staying out of this because otherwise you'd have broken your deal.
Yeah, I'm staying out.
And breaking your deal would have very serious, very quick consequences.
Yeah.
Oh, how's this gone so wrong so quickly?
Joe?
So I'm still downstairs. How far away is the kitchen?
No, I mean right there you could easily get to it.
Because I do remember she literally said, "I'm turning the oven off."
She did, yes.
I would like to go to the kitchen and basically
Crucifix cookies?
turn everything on, turn all the gas appliances on.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah. But it's all electric. No. She has various gas appliances which are now filling the house with gas.
Is that still my action, or can I take a bit further?
What do you want to do?
I basically want to blow the house up.
I think that would have to be your next
Okay.
next turn.
Yep.
Because that's a big one, you know. Okay. So Ellen, evil Ellen, is going to pursue Joe downstairs, and they're going to look at you, Joe, and you can tell this is their telekinetic power they're going to use on you. But you've got a split second here where you might be able to do something that isn't blowing up the house. Right? That's not. It's off the table. What do you want to do?
I mean, it's not. I don't
So
have
this
my
is basically
weapon.
saying, like, you know, you've got an opportunity to do something to perhaps get out of this attack.
Just rush at her full on, I guess.
Okay, and make a kick some ass roll.
Yeah. That's a 7.
Okay, I'll just check what it says. I think that's okay for kick some ass.
Yeah, we both inflict harm on each other.
Yeah. So you charge at her and collide, essentially. But as you do, she does manage to fire off this telekinetic thing. But you'll just take 2 harm instead of the like the 4 you would have.
That puts me as unstable.
Okay, and that would be like an unarmed attack.
Yeah.
Which I think would just be 1 harm. Because you've got no special abilities that would make you.
No.
Okay. So she takes 1 harm. Okay, Ellen. Good Ellen. Eupharial. You're up.
So like, were you saying something?
No, I was about to say that I'm questioning the wisdom of calling the bad guy the same name as one of our players.
I assumed this was a generator.
It wasn't, but I'm an idiot.
So your Ariel sort of like rises up, and the ring starts to like crossing over each other, so like getting back into sort of like proper form, and sort of like and barrels down the stairs at the demon.
Okay. And what is it you want to do? Oh, sorry.
And I'm guessing should I decide whether I use luck before I make the roll?
No, make the roll, because you might roll a 12. And then you can, if you don't, you can say I'm going to use luck.
Okay. I mean, I was thinking of using luck for just like I want to do the thing. But if my dice favor me, then maybe no need. Yep, using that luck.
Okay, so yep, you do a 12.
We used to roll so well. What's going on?
I think these 2 dice have just gotten tired or something. Those are the sides they came up with just now.
What are you planning on doing here?
Double the normal harm.
Oh, so you're using your whip thing.
Oh yeah, the holy weapon. So like,
I assume, but I don't like to just. Maybe you would say it like
I flavor it as one of the rings, so like whipping out. So like.
Okay. So how much harm is that?
Okay, so double normal harm means 6.
6 harm. Ooh. that was a big hit, and the demon screams and sort of doubles over for a second, but then sort of snaps up, and like that whip, like it hit her back, like it's taking like the skin off a bit, but it's not even like skin. It's almost like there's this sort of fire inside of her, of like hellfire. It's not even like you can see bone or flesh. It's like you got some weird glimpse of hell. And she turns round and what is she going to do? Oh, yeah. She jumps straight up and passes through the ceiling and is now upstairs.
Well, that was not what I was expecting.
What do you guys want to do?
How is Joe doing?
No, it's not doing well.
Like I have two harm left before I
But
go down. I was
on the-
expecting that.
on
to
the
be
other- on the
a
other hand,
berserker fit.
I have a ability that means I can't die until the case is complete. So she can just keep on hitting me as much as she likes. I can't die until she's dead.
That
Alright.
could go unpleasant. There's an unpleasant side to that.
Yes, but the weak must be. But my code is the weak must be protected. So yeah, so
Yes, I know what you mean. Like, you actually cannot go down to like. Yeah.
so is Biters outside the house, isn't? You say Biters or what? Biters' unconscious body is outside the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much
We
gas?
don't know where Gracie is. Well, okay, Euphariel heard the deal. You might have heard the deal.
Yeah.
No one heard the deal.
Oh, it was the whisper.
Well, it's not even. It's like almost like time stopped
Oh, we haven't
right.
while they
seen.
made this negotiation.
We haven't seen Gracie for a bit. So how much gas is in the building right now? Not just the room, the building.
No, I mean not a great deal. This would have only been a few seconds.
Yeah, sort of, wouldn't it? I just tell Euphariel to get out.
So, like, Euphariel kind of shudders, so, like, struggling to hold themselves together, and so, like, I floats out the hole that Biters was made.
Now, before you do this, Joe, I'm going to explain your situation. I know you've got this ability. You're blowing up a house,
I know.
right?
Yeah.
It sounds like with you in it.
Yes.
Now,
I know the ability only lasts until that thing dies. That's the thing.
well, no, but let's imagine that it manages to escape somehow, right? Alive or whatever, you are out of this. Like, you might not be dead, but you're not doing anything more in this. Do you see what I mean? Like, if you're blowing up a house, that's quite a thing. Of like, that's not when they get shot in the shoulder and carry on. It's,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
You might be in a coma instead of dead.
Yeah.
Oh, I know full well what. Yeah, I know full well what blowing up a house means. Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably might try keep an eye out for, keep an eye out in case of anyone trying to escape. But I imagine there might be a little conversation with Gracie first on encountering her.
So Euphariel is leaving the house, and Joe, I'm assuming, is going to.
I'm going to wait a bit to see if the creature comes back down, because now I'm the only person left in the house.
Well, you're not actually, because there is a husband.
I wondered when he was coming back up.
Speaking of which, he's gonna actually, you see him run down the stairs, and he looks at you, and he goes, "What are you doing in my house? Where's my wife?"
You might want to consider moving immediately.
And he runs out of the house.
Good job, Joe.
And he just you see Gracie, you see him leaving. He's just sprinting away.
And it's like I've got those oven lighters that you use to light the gas stove with. I've literally got that out and pointing it at the stove just like it's a gun.
Okay, just you sort of get it out and you quiet her and you get and as you do that, you see Ellen's husband put his head on the door and go, "What's going on here?" And then, and the house blows up.
Oh!
Now, you might not be dead, Joe.
I'm very, very, very nearly. Yeah, I'm gonna tick all of the boxes off. So yeah.
Yes. You are sent out. Now, I'm going to tell you out of character what just happened. Ellen has the ability to disguise herself in various.
Oh,
So when you saw her husband come down the stairs and run out of the house, that was evil Ellen. So you blew up the house and killed her actual husband, but not her. She has escaped.
Oh.
Yes.
well, that's.
So Joe essentially is dead. Biters is dead, essentially. Gracie and Euphemia sort of looking at each other.
What?
Now, you don't know what's happened. You know, for all you know, Joe has successfully killed the demon. What do the two of you want to do?
I'm still absolutely sitting to my 10 minutes. I'm not getting involved in
Yeah.
anything for 10 minutes.
Yep.
How many minutes are we on, Richard?
Oh, I'll say 5. But you do hear a voice in your head, Gracie, and just say, "Act as if I've died. Just go with it." So you essentially have been told by Evil Ellen to, yeah, like just if don't contradict anything about me being dead or raise any more questions. I mean, this is not part of your deal, you know. Like this is entirely up to you what you do.
Still just staying there for 5 minutes. Doing
Okay,
absolutely nothing.
Eupharial.
I think I'll go look for Joe.
I mean, it is a fireball, right? It's it's exploded, but I will say, like you bravely, heroically, angelically go into the fire, and you come out with sort of carrying Joe in your arms, in your rings, burned all over. It's hideous. His hat's okay, but everything else is it's a nightmare. But he is barely the barest of bear of it, alive. But so you've saved Joe. Well done.
Do I find any other bodies?
You find I'll say you find the husband's body.
Ah.
Now, do you know what happens when a demon gets blown up in a gas fire?
I mean, we saw what it looked injured, so and it doesn't look. This doesn't look hellfiery enough.
Okay, make a sharp roll.
Oh boy.
I mean, you do seem to have worked it out. So, like,
Okay. Squid die. Thank you, squid die. That is a 10.
10. You realize what has happened here. That the demon switched places. With essentially with a husband, and who you saw running out was the demon. So
Okay, I guess I go back to Gracie and so back and tell her
the hunt is not yet over.
Gracie?
Out of this for 5 minutes.
Do you guys not react?
Yeah, I'm just like, okay.
Can I just add you to the collection of people I'm carrying? It's like, okay, I guess I'm carrying the party now on this suicide run because no one is telling me not to continue.
Well, Well, as you reach out to Gracie, your vision goes to the white, yellow again,
Yep.
and the sun says, "The demon has escaped. Come home, and we shall discuss this further."
Yep.
And you are basically like taken up to the sun. But the monster has gotten away. The monster of this week has been victorious.
Of these 3
Would you like
weeks.
to learn all about all of the conspiracy theories?
Oh yeah, like you get an email on your massive laptop, and it is like it's like documents, but it's not just a question of you reading through Word. Like when you open this, you sort of get all this information, but stuff's coming in slow. You know who killed JFK. You know what happened to Titanic. You know what happened to those poor Russians who got buried in the snow all those years ago. Everything. Yeah.
Like Gracie now, like she retired, she's just going to spend her life for hiding.
Okay. When you start telling people about all this stuff, you cause a couple of civil wars. There's a rash of murders. It's like complete chaos from you divulging these things.
I'm surprised anyone believes her, to be honest.
It's weird, but they do.
Cool. Gracie's happy with that. The truth is out there.
So two deaths because it's a bit.
I'm gonna say actually because the text is you can't die with an open case. I'm gonna say that Joe spends a long time recovering. Basically, yeah. But this has now become personal. This is now his only case to find his thing.
Ooh.
Yes, this just sounds like there could be a sequel in the works.
I would be so down for that.
Yeah. Joe is not. Joe, I am not stopping until this thing is dead.
Well, we'll have to do some sort of special class for Joe at this point, I think, because it's going to be like.
I mean, there is the wronged, arguably.
No, but I'm sort of imagining someone who's broken many bones in the body, who has was it first degree? That's the bad one, isn't it? First degree burn. All over. Don't know if you've seen Doom Patrol, the guy in that who's just covered in bandages and
No, but I'm sort of imagining the ghouls from Fallout.
But it's not pretty. Like and biters should have taken the deal. Biters could have had food. Of all the ones, I thought you would go for. Yeah, she had aside from that attack, she had phasing, where because she's not probably from this like plane of existence, she can go through walls and whatnot. And it like, you were 1 point off killing her.
Ah!
Your last attack, like nearly got her. I was so like, oh my god.
Thank you for telling me that, though.
Yeah.
Nice to know it was on the knife's edge.
Yeah. And that's why she sort of changed tack, because she was like, I could attack, but then what's gonna, and that fire would have killed her if she'd been caught on it, because like the holy damage you'd done had sort of like made her vulnerable to like being shot or set on fire. But yes, Euphariel has a meeting with her god. Joe's got a lot of physiotherapy and coming up. Gracie, I don't know, gets a talk show.
Yeah.
Podcast probably. I mean, in the years to come.
Show.
Yep.
And Biters is dead.
Biters gets his big pile of meat in the sky.
I don't think Biters is going to heaven. I don't think that's them.
No, Biters gets, that bit in The Simpsons where Homer goes to hell with the donuts? Yeah, that's Biters.
The ironic punishment division, yes.
Yep.
I'm not sure eating donuts would be ironic for biters, though.
Appropriate for biters, I think. So,
No, I was imagining it'd be like human meat, just like a thing of like arms and legs and stuff just comes off the that's.
And I imagine Byers would be like Homer and just be like, more.
Yeah,
More.
I can see why. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Getting ready for round 2.
So you had a success. You killed the invisible monster, and that was killing people. So that's partial success. Well, success on that, but the demon was always going to be difficult because it's like they've got so many things they can do.
Yeah.
I wanted there was things you could have done. Like when I mentioned like the Maybury massacre, I said there was like, the sheriff survived, and like
Could have gone and talked to him.
yeah, he knew all
forgotten about
sorts of stuff. Yeah, like he basically like this whole thing had been he was basically doing what you guys were doing, and the whole thing being laid out to him, but he got shot in this thing, and it was like he's like, I've got no energy to fight this anymore, and but if you guys came along and be like, well, he'd have been, or he's all the stuff you need to know. But yep. But as I say, there's always another day to go after a demon.
Yep.
Well, and thanks for playing, everyone. Because
Thank you for running that, Richard. Yeah.
It's been so much
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And with that, let's go to the credit screen and what other streams are on this week. So let's see what we have. Tomorrow evening, we've got some more Grand Theft Auto. Tonight, there's going to be a jailbreak. So I'm imagining that some ne'er-do-wells are going to break into a jail and rescue somebody, which, knowing us, is going to go well. These things always go well. Thursday, the Angel Games player is going to play some more games or do some more art, so tune in for that. Sunday, next episode of Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Tune in for that, for some shenanigans for that. And next Monday, John and Chris will be back with Minecraft Monday, Create Above and Beyond. Lots of that good stuff to look forward to. And at the end of October, we will be at MCM. We have a table at MCM. We'll be having our Dungeons and Dragons panel on the Saturday evening. So if anybody's in London at that time, do come and check us out. It'd be great to see you. If you've enjoyed watching this evening, do please drop us a follow. It helps us. It's a great way to support the channel, and it is still September, so where you can save up to 30% on new subs, 20% off a 1 month sub, 25% off a 3 month sub, 30% off a 6 month sub. So do use that. If you have Twitch Prime, you can get 1 free sub for that for a month. But yeah, all that good stuff. Now let's see who is available. Deligob is playing Cult of the Lamb. Let's pay him a visit. We paid him a visit.
Oh yeah,
for a
I was
while.
heading there.
Yeah, that's the one I want. I just pressed the wrong button.
Yeah, rule
There
one,
he is, Costa.
Rule one of PBTA: play to find out what happens.
Yeah. So we've Raid is about ready to go. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
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 Raid is away.